This is Dr. Z, Superintendent for Fort Stockton ISD. I just wanted to share with you this neat website. It's called Truth and Taxation. This is Pecos edition, and it's an excellent way for one to verify just exactly where your tax dollars are going to. So I had Miss Maria, our business manager, agree to allow for me to use her personal information. This is a public information website, so anybody can go and look up anybody by last name and then first name. But what it provides is where were the taxes, what is a new tax rate for each of the entities in Pecos, and then on the bottom, it gives us a pie graph that breaks down exactly where all of your money is going to. Now, you've probably heard me before speak over and over about the homestead exemptions that we offer as a school district, which is 20%. And then on top of that, the $140K that looks like will pass here in November for anybody who has a homestead within our boundary. And then for senior citizens and disabled people, all the way up to $200,000. So what that means is if your property isn't more valuable than $175,000, you pay zero in school taxes. If you're over 65 or older or disabled, then that number is $250,000 because the 20% comes off the top first, and then after that is when we look at the actual homestead exemption from the state. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in, and I will share this link and also a QR code with each of you so that you can do this for yourself. And once and for all, determine whether the 2022 bonds are the reason that taxes are up, or perhaps it may be the other entities. With that, here is Gomez. I'm using VA for the first name. And now that it's populated, the address is 324 Smith. And boom, here we go. So the market value for this particular property is just under $86,000. You can see it right here. And then the first entity that we have here is Pecos County. And you can see previous year's taxes, 0.67 for a total of 277.25. And then the adopted tax rate, which is an increase, pushes it to 71.9 or just under 72 cents. So for a total of 334.69. And as we continue to scroll down and quickly, we're going to see this is FSISD, and this is our FSISD interest and sinking. Last year she paid zero, and she paid zero for INS. This year she is forecast to pay 0 and 0. By the way, we did drop approximately 2 pennies. We're at $1.03 tax rate. Remember, the promise in 2022 was that we would never exceed $1.10. So we are 7 cents below. We've dropped taxes for 3 years in a row now. Now I'm going to scroll all the way down because this is the part that I think is very powerful. You can see the total amount that she's expected to pay in property taxes this year. Right here is about $548.77. Each of these colors in this pie graph represents the amounts that they're paying for each entity. So let's start with Pecos County, 334.69. Then the second largest piece of this pie is Pecos Memorial Hospital District for $193.02. Red Middle College for $11.66. And then down here at the bottom, Middle Pecos GCD for $9.40. So what you'll notice is that she paid $0 in Fort Stockton ISD M&O or Fort Stockton ISD interest and sinking. This confirms what I've said over and over. I challenge each and every one of you who have a homestead or property in Fort Stockton to go ahead and go to this website, type in the info, and then compare and see where your taxes are truly going to. Thank you very much. All of y'all have a blessed one.